So tell us, for the untrained eye, for that mama in the village, for that guy in the city who has a desk job and they want to buy a cow, what would you advise? Did you have some sort of specialized training in sales, or it just came naturally?
If you took a loan, you have to go for a milker. Why? The bank won't wait. So you have to buy a milker, because a milker will start generating income immediately. And maybe, for instance, you purchase the cow, like the cow 200,000, yeah? So within a few months, you'll have the cow and you'll have your money back. In terms of age, don't go for that old cow. Why? Yeah, the mother cost.
It's like older cows are more expensive than younger
I can tell you
How
why.
does that go?
I can tell you why. A cow, a first timer
Yes.
that will produce 40 liters. Never ever. It's a scam. But when I come to your home, before we offload the cow, you pay before.
Yes.
You offload the cow.
Yes. Please don't send money without seeing what you are buying.
Yes.
Tafadhali. Hello everybody, welcome back to Paul's Farm. Today, we are looking at a very important person in the livestock value chain. He connects the seller to the buyer. He gets you all the best breeds and shows you how you're going to go about it. He'll also train you about dairy keeping, dairy feeding, and dairy care. Karibu and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Paul's Farm. My name is Zanto, Z Anto hapa, and I sell cows. I'm glad to be back here again in this channel. Keep watching. Thank you. Welcome back.
So, Anthony,
Yes.
tell us, how many years have you been selling dairy cows?
I've been in the industry of selling cows since 2019. So
Tell us about it. How did you start? Did you get any inspiration from someone, maybe a friend, a relative, or you just...
yes, of course. Everyone starts somewhere.
Okay.
I was working in Nairobi, and when COVID came, I thought of maybe venturing into another thing.
Right.
That is how I ventured into about farming and selling of cows.
Okay. Did you have some sort of specialized training in sales, or it just came naturally?
For one, I have a diploma in animal health management, animal health and production. Number two, I guess for me, since I was in school, I was born a business person. It's kind of, I'm business minded and I've been in business.
Okay.
And actually, even in Nairobi, I had several shops. I had a butchery. People from Kasarani, so many people know me there. Doing I had even a butchery there. So it's something I'm doing. I'm business-minded person, yeah.
Okay. So tell us, for the untrained eye, for that mama in the village, for that guy in the city who has a desk job and they want to buy a cow, what would you advise? Give us like a few pointers. What should you look at before you buy a cow?
Number one, it's purpose. That's the first thing, purpose. What do you want to do with the cow? Because there are people who want to keep them for beef. There are people who want to keep them for milk. So number one is purpose. What do you want the cow for? And then number two, it is about the breed. You have to go for the right breed. If it's about milk, look for the right breed in terms of production. Yani have a cow that is capable of producing the quantity you want. If it's about beef, then you have to go for a breed that have the qualities, and from the genes, from the genetics, it have the qualities that can be able to get the size for the beef. Yeah. So it's all about the genetics. Yeah.
What age would you advise a farmer to buy? Is it a calf? Is it a heifer? Is it a yearling? Is it a bulling heifer? At what age is the best?
It depends,
Yes.
With several factors. You see, like a calf, when you buy a calf, so you have to wait for some time for it to be on heat and for you to serve it. Because a good breeder, it shows the signs of being on heat from about 14 months. So you have to wait for 14 months for you to serve it. So it depends, as I stated there earlier, it is the purpose. So a calf, you'll have to wait. The other thing is about the in-calf heifers. They're one of the best, because in-calf heifers, it will be just a matter of a few months, then you'll start making money from the in-calf heifer. And another thing, the in-calf heifer, you'll have a good history about it, because you know from the word go, maybe if you have the records, you'll have the knowledge of this in-calf heifer. It was from this dam and this here, and it was served with this semen. So you'll be having an idea of the in-calf heifer.
Okay.
The third thing, let's say for instance, there is someone, you took a loan. If you took a loan, you have to go for a milker. Why? The bank won't wait. So you have to buy a milker, because a milker will start generating income immediately. So if it's about a loan, you have to go for a milker. If not a milker, you have to go for an in-calf heifer, which is from 7 months in-calf. And I always advise people, go for, if it's an in-calf heifer, don't go for 4 months. Just go for an in-calf heifer, which is from 7 months onwards. Why? A cow will calve after 9 months. So when you take an in-calf heifer, which is 7 months, it basically means
just 2 months.
Just 2 months, then you start reaping from the cow. So it's just a matter of time, then your money will be, you have your money back. And it's so advantageous. I see dairy farming, as I look at it, let's say for instance, you have a good breed, a good cow that is making a production of an average of 25 liters per day. And the market price for milk right now, let's go with 50 bob per liter. 50 bob, when you multiply by 25, that is 1250, 1250. So you have started getting the 1200, yeah? Or 1250. Let's say the cow consumes half of the money, that is 600. So you're left with 600. And maybe, for instance, you purchase the cow, like the cow 200,000, yeah? So within a few months, you'll have the cow and you'll have your money back.
Okay.
So there are returns in dairy farming.
Good stuff. Now, what other things do you consider when getting a cow?
Buying a cow.
Yeah.
Another thing is health status.
Yes.
Health status of cow. Make sure that the cow is in good health, free from tuberculosis, free from mastitis, and make sure that it doesn't have nausea. Another thing is appetite. Make sure the cow have appetite.
All right. So for the untrained eye, because I'm looking at my subscriber.
Yeah.
This guy has a desk job.
Yeah.
At a bank.
Yeah.
And wants to start farming.
Yeah.
When you say to check whether it has mastitis, how will he know?
It will be a very tricky.
Yes.
But Sasa, that is where comes in, huh? Someone like
seller
me,
like you.
A seller like me, yeah? And I guess we work on trust. For me, I like it when I sell to you a cow, then you'll refer your relatives and your friends to me. I'm like one man in our country, a truthful man.
A truthful man.
A truthful man.
Anto is a truthful man.
Yeah, so that will advise you on the best cows, because I believe it 100% that even if I tell you all the things, all the characteristics you should check, like maybe age, because age is another thing to consider.
Age is a factor.
It's a very, 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 very serious, a very critical issue about the age of a cow. Yeah?
Yes. Maybe you could explain more?
Yeah. In terms of age, don't go for that old cow. Why? Because of the span, the milking span or the lifespan of the cow. Don't go for that old cow.
Okay.
If you buy a cow, I told you go for an in-calf heifer. If you're going for a milker, go for a first or second lactation. If you go beyond the last, third lactation.
Third lactation.
Yeah.
Oldest you can never get.
The oldest you can. That have calved 3 times.
Yes.
That is the oldest you can buy.
Okay.
Don't go beyond that.
So from my experience when I'm doing these videos, I've noticed that the more the lactation, the more the production.
The more the production.
And the more the costs.
Yeah, the more the cost.
It's like older cows are more expensive than younger.
I can tell you
How
why.
does that go?
I can tell you why. You see, when a cow is on first lactation, like an in-calf heifer, it will first do from 25. Around there, 20, 25. No one should lie to you. No one. And get this. No one should lie to you. At a first timer, a first timer that will produce 40 liters. Never ever. It's a scam. Never ever. No first timer that can produce 40 liters.
Yes. First cover.
Never.
Never.
So a first cover, they'll start basically like 20, 25. Yeah, those that can go up to 30. Yeah, that level, yeah? Then, when the cow calves another time, that is the second calving or the second lactation, that is when you start knowing the true colors of the cow. That is when you start noticing the capability of the cow.
Okay.
So if the cow at first started with a production of like 25, basically means when it calves the next time, it can go now to that 35, 40. Yeah.
Okay.
On the third lactation, it will maintain. If it is on the second lactation, it produced like maybe 35. It means in the third lactation, it will be producing 35, 40, around there, 42, 43, yeah. But the third lactation, cows tend to produce more milk.
Okay.
Especially on second and third, the production is so good.
Let me take you back to the breeds.
Yeah.
Which breeds do you prefer? Which breeds do you like selling to people in terms of... I know it depends on the purpose.
Yeah.
But which ones are your favorite as a seller?
My favorite. Frisians and crossbreed of a Frisian Holstein. Those are my favorite. One, they are very resistant to diseases. They're very, very, very resistant. Number two, they adapt easily to any environment. Let's say, for instance, you take this cow from here and you take it to a place like Mombasa, Kisii, Uganda, Nyeri. This cow will adapt easily to that environment. And another thing, I'll just a point there. When you transport this cow from here to Kisii, or even to Mandera or Mombasa, the first, a cow is like you. It's like a person. It's like a human being.
Yes.
So when you get there the first day, it will have stress. It must be stressed.
Yeah.
So you'll give it some time for it to adapt to the environment. And I would like to tell you one thing. as a seller, a point I'd like to drive home to the clients or people who want to start dairy farming. Let's say, for instance, this cow is producing 35 liters per day, and you have purchased the cow, and I'm taking it to a place like Eldoret. I want to guarantee you 100% that when we land to Eldoret, the next day, this cow can't produce 35.
It will drop.
100%, it must.
So, Anto, tell me, now you've taken a cow from Githunguri here all the way to Eldoret.
Yeah.
What will happen to the production? It was doing 40 liters.
It has to drop.
How much does it drop?
Like the first day,
Yes.
it can drop from maybe from that 40 to maybe like 15 the first day. Yeah.
That is more than half.
The first day. That is immediately when you land to Eldoret. The first day.
Yes.
After like 2 days, now it starts producing like 25, 27. Then after like a week, it will go back to where it's supposed to be.
Okay.
The normal production. That is the 40 it was producing.
Okay.
It'll go back there.
To 40, maybe a week.
Yeah, just give it a week.
Okay.
7 days are enough.
I think that's fair enough.
It is fair. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what of the reaction of the buyer?
Yeah.
I can imagine someone has bought and he's gone off.
I was telling you what happened.
Yes.
So this happened.
Yes.
A customer purchased a cow, and we took it to Tanzania. Yeah?
Yes.
So when I got there,
Yes.
actually the cow was it was producing 38 liters.
38. Impressive.
So when I got there, told the customer, this cow is producing 38 liters. It's a good cow, yeah. And so after like, so it was time to milk, yeah. Guess what? The cow produced 2 liters.
Oh, snap. 2 liters.
Yeah. So I had to convince him.
Yes.
No, wait.
Yes.
Wait. Just wait for a few days, then it will get to its normal production. The best thing about it, I was there the first day, the second day, since I was training them.
Yes.
And they got to that production.
Okay.
And after a few days, the customer was so happy.
Okay.
Actually, after like 4 days, he called me and he was like, you know what? Today they produced 30. And I was like, 30? Yeah. Then after a few days, the cow got it to the normal production. And actually, he has been a very good client to me, a very good customer. Because after like 2 weeks, I took, he bought another 2. Why did he buy? Because it was good.
Oh.
Yeah, and the production was good enough.
Okay.
So actually that customer is from Tanzania. His name is Mr. Saidi. Wherever he is, big up, thank you so much.
Mr. Saidi, big up from Anto.
Yeah, he has purchased more than 10 cows now.
Ah, awesome.
He's a very, very good client of mine.
Awesome.
In Tanzania.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice cow. So tell us other
Production
things.
of 42 per day. That's cow.
That cow is 42.
Yeah, he is producing 42 liters per hour. Yeah.
So tell us other factors that you tell a customer before you sell. Because, most customers are a bit anxious. They don't know about this. What do you tell them to assure them that you're giving them the best that the dairy industry can offer?
Number one, the first thing I told you, you have to trust.
Yes.
Trust is the first thing.
Yes.
So, and I told you, I like it when a customer goes and he reverses another friend or he comes back for more. Like that Mzee I've just told you.
Yes.
He has been my client, my customer, coming for one after another. Because I work with trust.
Yes.
And you see in business, business is like it's like a certain pyramid. So from here, as you the seller, you have to work with trust and honest, so that the person who bought the first time can refer you to another friend, and that friend refers to another friend, so you have a circle of customers.
Yes.
I have a customer from Atlanta. The customer, he's in US. He's in USA. That guy, we talked with him just like 3 days ago. He's in US, but he's starting a farm, and he wants to first construct a modern cowshed.
Okay.
And I do that for clients. I also construct modern cowsheds for clients. That guy sent me money, and he have never seen me.
Oh, wow.
So we work with trust and honest.
I think that's the way to go.
And but you find okay, I can't deny this or go away from this, because there are people, they are conmens, especially online. But like me, I like it. I like to do an honest business, because like so many people are viewing me in your channel.
Yes.
So for that, so that when I appear in your channel, there are good recommendations.
Yes.
You see. So if there is something I maintain and I'm very keen about, is a good name. You see, a good name.
Sure.
It's a very, 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 very
Very important.
important thing to look at. Yeah, like that customer, he just sent me his money, and why shouldn't I deliver?
It's important to deliver.
It is important
Just keep
to
your
deliver.
word.
That guy is in US, so he'll give another person my number, and he'll come to me. Like today, we have one of our visitors there. She's Wangari. This visitor, he has a cousin who is in London. That guy in London, we talked with him also, like on Saturday. He sent her cousin. He talked to me and told me, you know what, I want to purchase 2 Inca flavors, and I tell him, yeah, okay, they are there, they are available. You just come,
Yes.
or you can even send someone, or even when you send money, I'll bring the cows. You see, he told me, no, let me send someone so that you can train her how to look at the cows, so that at least we'll have the skills and knowledge. I told him, okay, all right, tell her to come, and that is why she's here with us today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us the sales process.
Yeah.
You are on Paul's farm.
Yeah.
Someone has taken your number, because we'll give you his number
Yeah.
right here, somewhere here,
Yeah.
and even in the description
Okay.
and at the end.
Okay.
So tell us the sales process. Someone has reached out to you and told you, Z Anto, I need a heifer. How do you go with that process until he receives?
The first thing, when someone calls me, we will have to ask you what kind of a cow, or what do you want? And I always like to ask a customer the purpose. Do you want, what do you exactly want from the dairy farming? And I think I ask a customer, are you a beginner? Or have you ever been in the dairy farming industry? So that I can know what to start with and how to handle you. The other thing, maybe we talk, you are on WhatsApp. Either you can come, you can visit me physically, or I can send you pictures or photos of the cows on WhatsApp, so that you can have a look at them. The other thing, if you want milkers, I tell you about milkers. The milkers we have milkers that are producing this quantity of milk. Then if you want Inca flavors, I tell you the Inca flavors we have, the months they are Inca. I send you photos, I send you pictures, you look at them. Maybe you decide, let me choose one. And even you can video call me. And I'll show you, I'll walk with you, I'll show you. Then after choosing, maybe now we go to the next process. It's about purchasing, we negotiate the price. So I tell you, Inca flavors range from this amount. Then after that, we negotiate the price. You can decide to come physically and pick the cow, or maybe you can trust me and maybe you pay, I'll deliver.
So What of the other processes? There are other processes like
Yeah.
permits, transport.
Yeah,
How do you go about it?
And also there is another thing. If someone maybe is in a far place, and maybe he or she doesn't want to come and want to purchase a cow, sometimes I tell them, just pay for transport, the transport money. Then after I get to where you are, you pay me immediately.
Okay.
Because what I normally do, but when I come to your home, before we offload the cow, you pay before.
Yes.
You offload the cow.
Yes.
There was a day I had a customer who was from Ethiopia. We talked via phone, and then he was like, no, I want 6 Inca favors. So I transported them I went to Isiolo. So when I reached the border,
Yes.
this guy didn't pick my phone calls.
Now you have cows. You transported all the way.
I've used the fuel.
Yes.
We stayed there for 3 days, waiting. Maybe he respond. Maybe he was his phone was off. Something of sort. I was so disappointed to come back. The guy have even up to date, I've never picked my calls.
So let me ask you.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry for that episode,
Yeah.
And I hope it never happens to anyone like that.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, what were the cows feeding on all that time, all those 3 days?
I had to buy the feed for them.
And somewhere to stay or
Just in the road because I had sawdust. So they're down. I had sawdust. So they were just sleeping comfortably. I bought the feeding troughs. And they were just feeding in the car. But sometimes before the 3 days collapses, so there is a time I bought the ropes. So I could just walk them around there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good thing they were Inca favor, so you were not milk.
Yeah, if they were milkers, they would be a very big trouble.
It should have been a big mess.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about permits. When I come to buy a cow from you, will you organize the permits for me or I'm on my own?
Yes, I organize the permits for you because in transportation of the cows, you must have a permit. Transport cows.
You also export to other countries.
Other countries.
How do you go about the permits and things to other countries?
Okay, like if you are transporting locally, like maybe in areas like in Central, Eastern, Western, locally around the country, because actually we deliver and transport our cows to everywhere along East Africa. So if it's around our country, we just get a permit from here, from the livestock offices here in Githunguri. Along the road, we'll be paying the sales money, the sales fee. And when you have all the documents to transport the cows, even in the roadblocks, no one will ask you.
Okay.
And since nowadays there are so many cases of livestock theft, so you have to have that permit.
It's a must.
Yes. Number 2, if you will transport at night, you have to get a permit from a clearance certificate from the station, the police station, for you to be able to transport them. Because the law states, livestock should be transported between 6
a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to get those permits. And you transport them. When it comes to outside the country,
Yes.
like in Uganda, Tanzania, when you get to the border, you'll have to have a certificate of transportation from the livestock officer from here. You must have the permits. You must have the another receipt that you paid the city council from here. Then when you get there are some permits you'll pay, like the road user when entering Tanzania, when entering Uganda, you have to pay for the road user because you are using their roads.
Okay.
So you have to pay. Then you have to get the person who is transporting them. You have to pay for the like yellow fever. You have to pay for the temporary passport. So there are several permits that you need when exporting them to another country. But in the border, the officers in the border, they are very friendly.
Okay.
So they are not big issues
big
there.
deal. Okay.
But I prefer, you see, like the people, customers from those outside the countries, like Uganda, I like it when I'll get the permit from here. Then when I get the border,
They pick from there.
just organize.
Yeah.
Organize from there. Yeah. And if you don't have any knowledge of how you can do it, then I'll help you by giving you an agent, referring you to an agent that will help you to get the clearance and the permit.
So what you are saying is that you have even colleagues in Uganda and Tanzania and other countries that will help you. They can pick from here.
In the border, you have agents that help you in clearing process. Yeah.
Okay.
And I like it when they are there because, you see, like, let's say, for instance, you're going at Dar es Salaam. From here to Dar es Salaam is about 950 kilometers.
I know.
So you prefer, or I prefer it,
Yes.
I talk to the agent, I connect them with the customer, they sort it out. So when I'll get to the border, already the permits will be ready.
Okay.
You get?
Yes.
Because I sent the documents like the car logbook. I sent my passport. Yes. I sent those documents. So when I get there, every document will be ready. So it will be very easy for me to cross the border.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There you have it, viewers. So, as Paul's Farm, I'd like to advise you one thing. If you see the number on the screen, call that number. Make sure you visit the farm. Tafadhali. Visit the farm. Visit Anto.
Yes.
View what you want, and then you can pick it. All right?
Yes.
Please don't send money without seeing what you are buying.
Yes.
Tafadhali. Just make sure you know what you are getting. If you are not an expert in checking, come with an expert. Come and look at all of them, agree on the price, transport is available,
Yes.
and you'll get everything that you want.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching. Kindly do subscribe to our channel and view and share our videos.
My TikTok handles, Z Anto Dairy Farm. You can find me on Facebook, Z Anto Dairy Farm. I'm also on Instagram, Z Anto Dairy Farm. My number is 0710 945 745. 0710 945 745. For those people who are in Uganda, Tanzania, +254 710 945 745. It's a great pleasure having you today, and thank you so much for visiting me always.
All right.
Adios.
Bye-bye.